Hey everyone, it's Nancy, and I want to share my second project for the Lindy Stamp Gang Under the Sea contest. When I heard the Under the Sea, the first thing I thought about was this picture of my daughter. Let me just make sure you can see it. This was her first attempt at riding waves on the beach. And this is her coming in, and then this is where she wiped out and she got dunked under the sea. And this is when she jumped up out of the water and she had ocean water all in her mouth and up her nose, and she was screaming bloody murder. So I wanted to do a layout using these three pictures of Sara going under the sea. So let me tell you what I did. It's a 12 by 12 layout, and I backed it on a piece of black chipboard, and I'm going to be putting this in a 12 by 12 shadow box frame that I have, so all the dimension is okay for that. I backed it on black chipboard, and then I used the black and white coordinations paper. It's the Abracadabra. I use my Tim Holtz distressing tool just to barely distress just the edges along the layout to show the white. Then I use the cream and tan coordinations paper. I think it's called Picket Fence. It's my favorite one. It has that nice sand tone to it. And then I matted the three pictures of Sara on the black cardstock. Before I attached the pictures to the layout, I sprayed the entire thing with the Desert Moon Cactus Gold Glitz Spritz, and this project has used most of my Glitz Spritz up because I used a ton of it. I attached the pictures, and then this, the pictures were from Cocoa Beach, Florida, and this is our favorite store in Cocoa Beach. It's the Ron John Surf Shop. We go there several times while we're there on our trips, and we normally go to Cocoa Beach every summer. See, this grunge board flourish right here, it kind of reminded me of a wave, the way that it was shaped, and I did several things to it. This is from the Elements pack. I painted it white, and then I embossed it with the Tim Holtz, this one, the Regal, it's the Regal Flourishes embossing folder. And then I sanded it with my Tim Holtz sander on the raised parts, and then I inked it with my Starburst spray. What I did was I took, this is the Tiffany's blue Starburst spray, and what I did was I sprayed it on my mat, and then I used a piece of cut and dry foam by Ranger, and I inked it just like you would any other ink, all around the edges and on the sanded parts. And then I did small sections at a time, and as I did it I wiped it off with a baby wipe, and then once all that was done I went into some areas and did it darker so that the color is deeper. So that was with the Tiffany's blue. And then after that was dry, I went in with just some white dauber paint, the snow cap, on my fingertip, and just hit some of the raised areas just to tone it down a little bit. The letters that are down here that say Under the Sea, these were grunge board letters. They're from the Nature pack, and I painted them with a cloudy blue dauber, this one. And then when that was dried, I took my I have this glass bead gel medium, and so I took this and I put some on my mat, and I mixed in some of this Magicals. It's the Tiffany's blue. It's the only one that I have. and I mixed them up, and it gave this really pretty color. And I put it on like really thick because I wanted it uneven so that it would be kind of like water. And then after it was dry, I put some white dauber paint on my fingers and just hit the raised area to be like the bubbles from the water. I'm just gonna make sure you can see it. And it has that really pretty Lindy's shimmer from the Magicals. So that's the Under the Sea, the words. And then the large shells that are on the layout, those were all colored using my Lindy's. You can see those. Sorry about the glare. Sorry about my dog barking in the background. I colored these with the Magicals and the Tiffany's glue. I just used my water brush. This is the water brush that I have. They were also colored with the Starburst stain and the dark chocolate truffle, and then the moon shadow mist and the golden doubloons. So there's several different colors. And like on these, trying to get it, like on these right here, I just put the dark chocolate truffle just on the banding that's naturally on the shell. And then on the small shells, so I wrote all this down because I don't want to forget to tell you what I did. The small shells that are along here, and then along this border on this side, all these, I gave these a bath, so to speak, in the Desert Moon Cactus Gold Glitz Spritz. I put them, I'll show you what I use when I do that. I have this wooden plate or whatever you call it, and I put the shells in here, and then I heavily sprayed them with the Desert Moon Cactus Gold, and then I heat set it to dry it. And as I was drying them, I was pushing them around in the puddle that was on here, and I did that like 4 or 5 times so that they really have a really nice shimmer on them. See if I can show you better. But they all have that really nice shimmer. And when I glued them down, there were still some glue spots, so I actually took some sand from this actual trip, because we collect sand each year when we go, and we have them in beautiful bottles downstairs. But I took some of that sand that's dated for this trip, and I filled in the glue spots with it, so you can see the sand on there too. That's from Cocoa Beach. And then I did the same thing on this side. And when I tell you these things went swimming, they went swimming in Lindy's. I covered them. The large shells, my camera's going a little wonky. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. The large shells, I hot glued those down, and then the little shells, I used my favorite glue, which is the Designer Dries Clear by Art Glitter. This is my choice for fast drying liquid glue other than glossy or matte accents. I added bling up on the Ron John sticker. I used my iRock, and then in here, and then some pieces in there, just to give it a little bling. I have these little, once I put it in the frame, I have these Cricut die cuts that I've never used these. These are like the ones you get for $2. They were at Big Lots, so I'm going to use these to decorate the outside of the frame. I wanted to tell you about this bling. The iRock bling is kind of expensive. It's like $12.99 or something for the little disc. But if you have a Joann's, I'm going to show you my little bling box. This is my Hot Fix gems, okay? If you go to Joann's in the wedding section, they have a 3mm, which is this. This is a 5mm and this is a 4mm. And you get, like for the 3mm, I got 1,000 pieces for $2.99. And I think these come in 800 and then 600 pieces for $2.99. I just keep them in this little box. This is what the package looks like. This is, it's by Doris. So if you use a lot of the blings for the eye rock, check those out at Joann's because it's an awesome deal, and it is in the wedding section. So so that's it. That's my project. My second entry for the Lindy Stamp Gang Under the Sea contest. And I really just kind of wanted to go out of that shell and just try some different things with the products that I have. Like with inking this, like it was an ink pad, and I played and I had a good time, and I really like the effect of mixing the magicals with the glass bead gel medium, because you can mix those with any medium you have and paint with it, so it's pretty cool. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.